Well, it's been almost 30 years now since R.B.I. baseball, and sorry, Sony, but there's never been a better series of baseball games. Except maybe Baseball Stars. That one is also great. But I guess even then, I mean, those are basically the same game. You know, the same camera, same viewpoints, same basic gameplay, same general game. There were other games in that style too. Games like Batter Up for the Sega Game Gear. It's that R.B.I. baseball style, only on the go. And that's a home run. This game was released in 1991, which was right about the time this style of baseball game was all the rage. I mean, when we were kids, like, it was almost automatic. If you didn't have enough people to actually play baseball, you played R.B.I. baseball. Or Baseball Stars, or whichever you preferred. Point is, they were the perfect kind of sports game. They were simple and accessible, and, you know, arcadey and fast, but also with an element of realism. Like the R.B.I. baseball games. They had real players and real stats and real teams, or at least real cities. So it was like a double hit right down the line, you know, an inch to the right, and all it would have been is just a well-hit strike. But it wasn't. It was hit perfectly. It had this great balance that a lot of today's baseball games miss. And I loved that game as a kid. And Batter Up is the same kind of game. Now, of course, the drawback is that, unlike R.B.I. baseball, this one doesn't have any real licenses. So no teams or cities or players or... I mean, unless the alphabet is just actually an elaborate code for baseball teams, no idea. But you pick a letter, you pick a location, either the city or the park, and then it's just, look, it's just awesome, retro, R.B.I. baseball style baseball. In fact, Batter Up was actually developed by the makers of R.B.I. baseball, Namco. And actually, it's not even that they're similar, to be honest with you. In a lot of ways, they're just, like, identical. A lot of the exact same sprites, especially the batter and the pitcher, and the same general screen layout, too. I mean, even the fielders look the same. Like, honestly, it basically seems like they just reused the same assets. Which, to be honest, I'm completely fine with. I mean, my entire childhood just used the assets from R.B.I. baseball. So what all that means is, you know, it plays great, it's addictive as hell. Only problem is, there are a couple differences that make it less great than other similar baseball games of this style. Like your opponent's AI on the base paths. Holy crap, doesn't matter how many outs there are, what the score is, doesn't matter what the situation is, they will always try to steal. Always. Like every single runner, most of the time. In fact, I got most of my outs in this game throwing out potential base stealers. It was like, oh, gave up a single with no outs at the top of an inning. Hey, no worries. This asshole's just gonna run on me anyway. At which point, I'll throw him out because I have a cannon for an arm. No big deal. Like a lot of the time, that's how this game goes, which is one of the crappy parts. Like, one of the only crappy parts. But also, I mean, base running in general is actually a bit problematic in this game. Like, it's very hard to throw out a runner, even on some infield hits. And it can be tough to control your base runners too. So a lot of times you end up hitting into double plays that you saw coming, but you couldn't stop it from happening just because it was too tough to send all your runners back. But I mean, otherwise, like in terms of other problems, I don't know. I mean, you can't beam it into your eyeballs. That sucks. Look, to be honest, there's not much more to say about this. It's like a slightly less awesome version of R.B.I. baseball, as it does have a couple of minor control quirks, and it doesn't have MLB players also thrown out on the bases like a nincompoop. But it's still the same kind of game. You know, you'll be playing well into the night before you ever even realize you've played well into the night. There's not a lot of options or modes, but there is outstanding gameplay that actually still holds up to this day. That ball didn't have a chance, and neither do other baseball games when taking the field against Batters Up for the Sega Game Gear. I just wish all of today's baseball games were just Batters Up for the Sega Game Gear. You know, and I already did that part too, but I did it twice just to emphasize how freaking sweet. Batters Up for this... Alright, I'm not gonna do it 3 times.